Southern Living just named Gainesville, Georgia as one of 2024's top cities on the rise. And today I'm going to share with you more about what makes Gainesville so great and why it's experiencing so much growth and development. Hi, I'm Sarah Maslowski with KeyPoint Homes Group, a local real estate agent, and I moved right here to Gainesville 11 years ago and have fallen absolutely in love with it. And I have to tell you, over the past 5 years, it has gotten so good. Today, we're going to dive in on all the growth and development that is happening here in the county and show off some of the new projects that are going to make Gainesville even better. One of the reasons that Gainesville has been such an area that has had explosion of growth and development has been because it is affordable, you've got lots of land to develop, and we have a great economy. So let's go take a look at some of the developments that you need to know about that are coming in 2025 and beyond. Starting in South Hall, where a small portion of Buford lies, is a housing commercial development that's in the very early stages. The developer plans to turn a 74-acre tract off of Friendship and Ridge Road into a development that will contain 4 buildings for commercial, retail, and restaurant use, along with a hotel that's going to have over 100 rooms, an apartment complex with up to 274 units, and up to 209 townhomes, including 65 single-family homes as well. Now, plans here are also calling for those 4 commercial big spaces to have rooftop spaces, outdoor seating, and a central plaza. So this is definitely going to fall more into that live, work, play type of development. Now, this project is up for a final vote in the coming weeks, and it's my expectation that this is going to be approved. County developers have recommended for this to be approved, and ground will start breaking soon, fingers crossed. Now, this is going to provide great access to this area, which is largely relatively not developed. Yet there is still plenty of room and plenty of families that already live nearby in neighborhoods, but there's not a whole lot of retail or restaurant development around. Just down the road, the area already has a public shopping center and a few other chain restaurants as well, so there's going to be more growth that continues. Recently opened up down the road is a Whataburger, Arby's, and just announced a Panda Express is in the works. So we've got the fast food chains covered in this part of town. It will be exciting to see some other retail and restaurants join this stretch of the county. Now, planners say it's going to cost over $155 million to build and take 2 to 3 years in total to complete this project. All right, at our next location, this is located in South Hall, which is going to put you about 20 minutes south of Gainesville. This is actually considered more of the Brazelton, Buford area of Hall County. And this land behind me spans over 100 acres, and it's owned by Norton Commercial Development. And they are looking and seeking to develop this land into a really amazing live, work, play type situation. They are currently in the process of looking for developers and interviewing local and national developers to come in here and bring their vision to life. They are envisioning a 200-home hotel, over 700,000 square feet of retail space. They're also looking at bringing in townhomes, senior living facility, restaurants. Now, if you're familiar with this area here in Brazelton, you know that it's already booming and there's a lot of growth and development happening here. We also have the village at Deaton Creek. We also have Del Webb Chateau Alon that's just right down the street from here. So a lot of great residents in the immediate area, including tons of other great family-friendly neighborhoods around here that are going to find this to be a great addition. Just around the corner, up the road from Arcadia, is another large development that has already broken ground called Revel. Work began in this area in 2022 to develop over 512 acres off of Old Winder Highway, Georgia 211, right where Union Church intersects. Now, the developers have envisioned over 1,500 homes in this area and almost 500,000 square feet of retail space, 8.5 acres in out parcel development, and a 175-unit hotel. Now, officials say this project is going to be huge and take over 6 to 8 years to develop. Even now, since they've been working on it for a few years, nothing has broken ground and they're still kind of in the grading and clearing phase. Looking at project renderings for this, it is going to be massive. One cool thing is that the developers have set aside over 30% of the site to use as green space. And unfortunately, they haven't released any news on what the homes will look like or what those retailers or restaurants will be for this space, but I have to imagine, just looking at what they have envisioned, it's going to be great. All right, heading towards the Gainesville Oakwood area is the potential for some more development in the Mundy Mill area. Now, Mundy Mill is already a huge residential development featuring some really great homes, but if you've been in the area, you've noticed that there is quite a lot of undeveloped land in the front of the subdivision along Mundy Mill Road. Plans for the development call for up to 800,000 square feet of commercial space allowed, but nothing has been officially proposed at this point, according to officials with Gainesville Community and Economic Development. Now, just across the street from Mundy Mill, you're going to see several apartment complexes in various stages of development or recently opened. So we know that with all of this demand and influx of new residential spaces here in the area, it's only fitting that retail and restaurants are sure to follow. So we're gonna keep an eye on this to see what happens with this area. Heading up into Gainesville proper, next on the list is a huge new master plan community currently underway that will be just 3 miles from the downtown square and only 5 miles from Lake Lanier. If you've ever visited the area and driven through Flowery Branch, or if you've watched some of my other videos before, you may have seen me talk about or mention the neighborhood Sterling on the Lake, which is a massive master plan neighborhood with several different styles of homes, builders, and tons of amenities. Gainesville Township will be very similar in concept, and this community is going to be called the Manor at Gainesville Township, which is one of the many villages or sections that will be part of this development. It is the first to break ground in the community, and homes are already being built out of the ground. Now, this project is just breaking ground, so it's going to be several months before the first homes are completed and some of the amazing amenities start to go in. Currently, Artisan Builders is building single-family homes that will start in the mid $500,000 for slab homes and mid $600,000 for homes on basements. They are going to be semi-custom homes, meaning that you will be able to make some of the selections for your finishes and such, allowing you to make choices that fit your wants and needs and aren't just going to be strictly spec houses. Similar to Sterling on the Lake, there will be multiple builders that will have homes in the neighborhood. Lennar will have homes in the community, and there will be a third builder who will have townhomes, but who that builder will be, it has not been announced. Now, this community is going to span over 1,100 acres and won't just be houses. This is going to be a mixed-use development, and it's also going to have 2,300 residential units broken into 1,400 single-family homes, 311 townhomes, and 640 multifamily units. This development is also going to include 75,000 square feet of commercial space and 645 acres of green space. So this is definitely not going to be your typical neighborhood, and the commercial space definitely makes it a unique concept compared to your typical master planned community. There are also going to be a ton of different amenities here. There's going to be a clubhouse, a swim center, a kids play area, tennis courts and pickleball courts galore, a disc golf course, walking trails, a dog park, and the list goes on. Like I mentioned earlier, the community will also be just a few minutes away from the downtown square and Lake Lanier, so this is going to be a prime location with easy access to a ton of great shopping and dining. Another cool project that was recently announced in Gainesville, and honestly the one that I am most excited for, and that is the revitalization that is coming for the Lakeshore Mall. So I'm inside the Lakeshore Mall, and I've got to be honest, y'all, this is the first time I've ever been inside the mall because there's really nothing here. And I'm not saying that as an exaggeration. You can see there's a few businesses that are open here, but as far as malls go, I'm sure you've experienced this in your small town as well. It's dead. And so it's so exciting. It was recently announced that Branch Properties is going to redevelop this space into an indoor, outdoor, multi-use work, live, play, community gathering spot. So I'm so excited about what is to come from Branch Properties. They're going to completely revitalize this area. They're going to bulldoze the mall down and put over 300,000 square feet of outdoor retail space. So if you've been to the Avalon over in Alpharetta, Branch Properties is the same developer behind the Avalon. So I'm so excited to see what they're going to do with the space here. Not only is there going to be a great space for the community to enjoy in terms of new businesses and restaurants that are coming to the area, but there's also going to be a new hotel here at this property, which in Gainesville, we desperately need another great hotel. And they're also going to have apartments and townhomes here on the property as well, so that you can walk and take advantage of all the great new restaurants and businesses that are going to be coming here to the area. So I'm so excited to see this new revitalization of the area. The downside is it's going to take a few years to get developed, but it is going to be so needed, and I just can't wait. I'm curious, what are the restaurants and stores that you would like to see come here to the Gainesville area? Let me know in the comments. Now, this next development isn't something that falls into the cool developments that you can't live without or enjoy new restaurants, but it does need to be on your radar, and that's the Georgia Port Authority has approved a plan to build a $127 million inland terminal in Gainesville. The state authority governing board voted to approve the funding, which also included $47 million in a federal grant. Now, this is known as the Blue Ridge Connector, and this terminal is going to link Northeast Georgia to the Port of Savannah by railroad across roughly 250 miles. And this is going to allow shippers an alternative to moving cargo up through the Georgia area, through Atlanta, without having to use tractor trailer trucks. So this is going to be incredibly great because it's going to eliminate a ton of 18-wheelers that are currently on our roadways, which should make those roads more enjoyable for drivers. Now, some of the other benefits of this port is that it is going to be a huge driver for economic development in the area. It will draw in new investment from businesses and industry to Hall County and the surrounding counties, and residents here should expect to see positive local environmental benefits stemming from this facility. I'm a little confused by the whole situation, not to lie, but it sounds like it's going to have some major impacts for our area. Finally, the next big development that you need to know about is an 84 development off of Price Road and Thompson Bridge Road in North Hall. There are 3 distinct pieces to this project, and each of them being developed with a different developer. There will be the Riverbrook Marketplace Shopping Center, Treesort Apartments, and Somerset at Riverbrook Townhomes. Say that 3 times fast. The Riverbrook Marketplace will be home to a new Publix, which is expected to open up in early 2025. It is almost to completion and can't wait to check it out. So we should see the doors opening there very soon. Then there's going to be a 185 home neighborhood called Somerset at Riverbrook, and that is being built by McKinley Homes. Now, they say prices are going to be in the low to mid 300,000s. We're going to price check them on that because I would be very interested to see if they actually come in at that. I'm expecting it's going to be closer to the upper 300s. Now, this is awesome because we do need some more affordable neighborhoods in the area. I don't think it's going to be as affordable as what they thought it was going to be, though. Finally, there's going to be a 220 apartment complex called Treesort, and that is going to provide some more residential spaces to enjoy this North Hall area. There are so many great things in the work here for Gainesville, and I'm so excited to see all of these new projects and developments to come to fruition. One of the great things about Gainesville is it offers you a more affordable place to live comparatively to places like Alpharetta, which is also great, but this place is so good if you're looking for more affordability. If you're thinking about making a move here to the Metro Atlanta area or Gainesville, I would love to be your real estate agent. You can find my contact information below this video. For more information about Gainesville and the surrounding areas, make sure you check out these videos.